Hey everyone, it's Stacia, and I'm about to start my round 3 game of the Twitter chess tournament. I'll just go ahead and post this. Okay, and we're off. Looks like I'm facing one e4, so I'm probably going to go, well, I'm going to go e5. Definitely nervous because these are the lines I don't know very well, but I want to learn them, and this is the best way to try and figure it out and navigate it in a classical game. And then analyze it later with a computer or with the opening book. All right, I'm going to go knight c6 here. This is my new repertoire I started, I believe, in January. Okay, so I'm facing the Italian today. I'll do the Guaco Piano with bishop c5. Now there's a lot of moves. This is the main one, I think, c3. I was mixing up lines for a while, like if this is a Roy Lopez with the bishop on b5, then c3 is the Zukertort gambit. But when it's the Italian and they play c3, it's actually just the main line. And I can just play knight f6 here, attacking the pawn. Usually they go d3 or d4 now. So he went d4. And this is called the center attack. Now, I believe I know this line okay. I'm supposed to take the pawn. And when he takes, I can go bishop b4 check. So we'll do that. Now I'm pretty sure the best move is to take this, but I'm not totally sure, so I should at least make sure it doesn't lose. Okay, so if I do that, it attacks the knight is pinned, so he can't take me. He could go bishop e2, or d2 rather. I don't think I'm scared of that move. I could, at least bail out with knight takes bishop, at the very least. But I'm wondering if there's something more challenging, like knight takes queen e2, attacking the knight and pinning. What do I do in that case? Well, this pawn will be gone, so I might be able to play d5. So knight takes queen e2, d5. Tempo on the bishop, sort of. Because if I take the bishop, my knight hangs again. I could also think about queen e7, I guess. So it seems like I have options. So the other thing, he could castle. Knight takes e4 castles. I feel like I could probably, Well, if I take the knight, he has rook e1 check intermezzo. Rook e1 check. I think in that case I could play bishop e7. I also have knight here. All right, I'm going to take the pawn and try to figure this out. I'm not excited about this, to be honest, because this is the kind of thing that anyone that's been playing this opening a lot would know very well, and I'm shaky on it, so I feel like that's probably just theory, castles. So I'm thinking about knight takes now. I'm thinking about d5. Can I play d5 here? I wonder. No, d5 is not properly supported. The bishop and the knight are on it. Also, he unpinned, so he is attacking the knight. So I either got to move it away or maybe take here. I kind of want to take and play d5. Is that so bad? He could pin the knight. I could just go bishop d7. How bad could all that be? What I really need to look out for is rook e1. Let's see if that's ever doing anything. The knight sort of is misplaced because rook e1's coming. I feel like I better not mess this up in the opening, but maybe I will. So knight takes or bishop takes knight. This gives up the bishop pair, but also improves his pawn structure. Do I really want to do that? He'll have this move once the b pawn. That move looks like it actually could be annoying. But after d5, maybe I'll have like knight d6. It actually blocks the defense of the pawn in that case, so I'm leaning towards this. This also does that, though. Then it's knight takes, rook e1 check, bishop e7. So knight takes, rook e1 check, bishop e7. If pawn takes d5, I'm going to play this way. It feels safe. I guess that's what I'm going for here, since I feel a little bit lost. Oh, hold up. After rook e1 check, there's queen e2. I just need to make sure that I'm not. So rook e1 check, bishop e7, queen e2. No, I should be okay. I've got guys, defending and stuff. All right, I'm going to take this. Let's try this. I hate to spend time in the opening, but like I say, like when I play these lines, I hate to say it, but I'm kind of in learning mode. I'm going to try my best. Don't get me wrong. I am trying my best, but that does mean that I need to invest some time, which is going to put me at a disadvantage. All right, I'm just thinking bishop e7 now. d5 is possible, I think. d5 takes. Yeah, no, that doesn't seem good for me, really, so maybe just bishop e7. I'm moving my bishop again, but I don't have a choice. I don't think I should take here. I feel like that's... Can I do that? It stops rook e1. Tempo on the rook. It just feels so greedy, though, right? He's going to be able to attack me with tempo. Oh boy. Don't know where that came from. So my plan is bishop e7 here. I'm up a pawn. Okay, he could play d5. I just feel like taking this has to be wrong and dangerous. There's queen e2 check. King f8. I don't know. So the thing I'm not liking is bishop e7 d5. I don't really like that, but I could play knight e5. But then I have to watch out because then if I go d5, I think there might be queen e4 check. So I'm going to have to castle before I play d. I won't even have d5. I'll have to play d6. All right, I think I'm going to play safe. I'm expecting d5. Looks like a fairly good move here. So if I had to guess, this is a line where I grabbed a pawn and now I'm going to have to suffer a little bit. Try to consolidate. If I do that, that'll be good, but yeah, d5, I thought that was good. So I could even play this move. It's possible, I'm sure, but this feels right because it's a tempo on the bishop. But no, I really think I got to be careful about d6 because my knight will be hanging here. Knight e5, bishop d3. Can I castle? If I can castle, then I'll play d6 and try to. I gotta play this, I think. d1, queen e2. What about queen d3? Okay, I'm gonna play this way. I have no idea if we're still in theory. One thing I love about classical games like this, where I get these lines though, I suddenly feel strong motivation to look at them. You know what I mean? All right, so I think d6 might be wrong now. Thanks to queen e4 check. That would fork my king and my knight that's hanging. Pretty sure that's true. I actually could try c6 here. That would defend the knight with my queen. So c6 is a move, but it's not very desirable compared to like castles. Castles is desirable. Man, I don't know though. This looks dangerous, doesn't it? His bishop is queen. This is like the Greek gift sacrifice type setup. So I've got two guys on g5. If castles, bishop takes h7 check. takes, knight g5 check, bishop takes, queen takes. So he can't, it doesn't work. So I can invite that if I want. But I have to admit, I could also play b6. I could go for this. b6 defends the knight. I don't know. Castling feels right if I don't get killed immediately. And the problem with castles is it doesn't deal with this knight. Okay, I think I might play b6 because it also gives me the option of this. And the knight will come to c5 later. Maybe that's a good thing. I'm nervous. Not comfortable. So I guess I'm going to go b6, d6, castle. This also makes him wonder which side I'm going to castle on. A little bit. Okay, I think I'm worried about this move too. This could come at a bad moment. So I learned one thing already, and that's that I'm regretting not doing any opening prep this game, because I think had I seen that this line was possible, I would have reviewed it and learned it a little bit deeper, played around with it with the computer engine so that I understand it better. Okay, queen e2 pinning the bishop. Rook e1's definitely a possibility, in which case my bishop will be attacked twice. Pretty sure I should castle now because if I don't, rook e1, I gotta unpin this bishop now. So, I don't think that anything's changed. The Greek gifts still shouldn't work. One thing I have going for me is that I'm controlling this diagonal, so I'm going to go ahead and castle. This knight is temporarily offsides, but I do like this plan for him. The thing I need now is time. If I can find some time, then time to untangle. So I really want to play this next. My light squares are getting weak. Do I care? Uh-oh. What is this? Oh, he wants to do Greek gift. Distracting my bishop off the diagonal. And then he could go bishop takes h7 check, king takes knight g5. Yeah, it's all working because now it's guarded by that bishop. And then queen here. So I cannot do that. I could play bishop f6. And if he takes here, I take with the queen. I mean, I could play that position. I'm threatening rook e8 at least, and maybe not threatening, but it's an idea. And if this pawn does move, then I can play d5 at some point. Okay. Let's just see. What could he do after bishop f6? He could take a take with a queen. That's easy. He could play bishop a3, like Evan's Gambit bishop, supporting the pawn. That is a thing. I could actually take and play knight b7, I think. And I'm on my way to c5. Yeah, I think I like bishop f6. I'm not really considering much else. And this still doesn't work then because I've still got a hold of the g5 square. So I'm going to do this, not taking that. I gotta be careful. Like alarm bells should go off when there's a pawn in your camp like this. Okay, he's threatening me. Great. G6 comes to mind. I actually missed that move, but it's pretty obvious. Should see it moves like that. Yeah, I can't defend h7. There's usually funny lines where you can allow the queen in, but I don't think this is one of those. Like, what if I played rook e8? Let's just look at it. Queen takes h7 check, king f8. No, that's mate because of this pawn. So this loses. I have to play g6, I'm pretty sure. Now that's going to undefend my bishop. No, it's not. It's defended twice right now, so g6, g6. Well, it shuts down the diagonal. I have a dark square bishop ready to tuck in on g7. How upset am I at this? Oh, it hit my rook. Oh my god, I didn't even see it. Wow. So this just loses then. That move just wins. Dang it. I could just resign. So this opening went horribly wrong for me then. What I didn't notice is when he pushed this pawn, he opened the diagonal to the rook. I did not see that at all. But I'm really mad at myself for not seeing it when he played queen e4. I was so focused on this, I missed the other threat. But, honestly, there's probably no way to defend both. It just looks like I messed up the opening again. Okay, well, I want to play bishop b7, but it trades queens. It's not good anyway. You can take here. I don't think I care about that pawn, though, to be honest. I could play this way. Like take, open the king up, and try and get some play on the king. It's probably my only hope. It's not very good, though, because he can just, instead of taking the pawn, he can take my queen. And if he does that, then the attack is going to be stifled a bit. The queen can't really move. All right, well, never resign unless, like, if you have an emotional reaction in a position like this where you're lost, and you just resign, that's a bad reason to resign. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to, you know, come up with something. It's a long shot, but what if I want a rook back? I'd be right back in the game. So I need to move my queen out somehow. So I'm tempted to play this. He could take here, though. I actually could play knight c6. Just guard the pawn, keep the queen locked in there. It's an interesting move. It's interesting. I might play that. If he takes here, I take. I'll be happy. If he goes bishop here, not too happy about that. If he does that, I might go here. That's annoying. So I'm down a rook, and as compensation, I have a bad position. And no time. I wonder if this is like a common opening trap. It very well could be. I mean, he didn't spend any time. This is why it's dangerous to not know theory. It's very possible this was just theoretical. This is a nice normal move. Put my rook on the e file. But I feel like knight c6, bishop. Okay, let's do this followed by knight c6, but he could take the pawn. Knight c6, bishop e5. Bishop e6. I could take this at some point if I want, but I'm actually tempted to take here and play queen e7. There is rook e1 still. And he's one move away from coordinating. I mean, he could just play here. He could just play here. And I'm uncoordinated, and down a rook. So this is definitely resignable. I'm just saying, like, objectively, I could resign here probably and not feel too bad about it. Some people think it's rude not to resign in a lost position. Like, even my own coach, national master Michael Jolson, he says that, you know, if you don't resign in a lost position, it's rude because you're wasting the time of your opponent and you're taking up their time so they can't rest and get ready for the next game. Okay, if I was doing it for that reason, then I think that is a bit unethical. But I don't do that for that reason ever. I do it because I know the game of chess and I know that sometimes opponents make mistakes. And if I play on and win my rook back, Well, let's just say I don't give up easily. Let's just say that. And I found that to be, it was useful to be that way in the cornhole world. And I think it's useful to be that way in life. Just don't give up easily. If you're not giving up, annoy somebody, too bad. That's how I see it. But also, I don't feel bad here because this is a one game a week tournament. So I'm sure my opponent actually would like to play more chess. He's probably, okay with continuing a game where he's winning. If bishop h6, rook e8, I'm not going to trade bishops without exploring other options. I mean, I'm down a rook, so my goals right now are to untangle and try to trap this queen. I don't know if it's possible. I kind of think no, but I'm trying to find a way. Like, this would be awesome if my queen wasn't here. Does it work? Might even work. Yeah, it does, I think. Like, if my queen wasn't here, I could play bishop a6. Not with the bishop here, though. Or yeah, even with the bishop there, because he would take and I take the queen. That would win a lot of material back. But the queen is here, and I can't move her. She can't be moved. I could go here, and then there's this. Yeah, that move, okay. I'm tempted to play g5. Is this a tricky move? Or just stupid? I guess g5 there still takes. Intermezzo. And then ironically, do I get my queen trapped instead? That's kind of funny. So I go queen e8 and then rook e1 and then I have ways to block. I have bishop e7, knight e7. But still, that's not how I want this to go. All right, well, I could take. I don't want the bishop on d6, I'll tell you that. I don't want that, but I also don't want the pawn here. That's worse. Probably worse. Way worse. All right, so takes, then what? It's hitting the rook. I have to go rook e8, I guess. Ugh. Then when I move my queen, my rook's undefended. Don't like that. So I need to stop this somehow. Is there a way? Not really. All right, I need to see something. Bishop e7 takes. I could then get my queen out. Queen f6. And then I'm not really threatening this anymore because after bishop takes, there's queen takes rook check, king takes, and pawn equals queen. That loses. So this pawn is going to become very pesky. Okay, but I could play bishop takes, or I'm sorry, pawn takes, bishop takes. I could play bishop e7. Pawn takes, bishop e7, if takes, queen takes. And I'm just about ready to play bishop a6. I think that's my best chance. I'm going to try it. So I was thinking bishop e7. He could just move away. Like he could just go here. It's probably not a bad move. He could actually go here. Well, you know, when you're lost, you're lost. So glad I'm trying. I don't know what his real rating is, but if he is 1900, then I'm probably not going to swindle him. You know the other reason to play on? If you enjoy chess. Like, I like chess, I want to play. Like, sometimes that's why I'm playing on. It's kind of true here. Like, I'm kind of having fun, like, trying to figure out how to trap this queen. I don't think it's, I don't think it's going to happen, but if it was there, I would find it. I'll be so mad if it's not there, or if it was there, I mean. So I was thinking queen takes, rook e1. And then I have options probably. Okay, I'm kind of threatening this, right? Yeah, I expected that. I wonder if I could even take. That'd be funny. Queen takes, rook takes. I doubt it, because, I mean, I go here, he takes my rook with check. Then here, and at the end of that, he gets the bishop too. So it's healthy to look at such things. Okay, I can get a tempo on the bishop. That I can do. So maybe just queen d6 here. Dive another way. I need the knight here. The knight's doing some important things. Blocking the queen from getting out. But yeah, I think just this. The other rook can come out here. That might be a problem. Queen d6, rook d1, bishop a6. Then there's bishop takes. And after rook takes, that was a discovery. So maybe queen d7 isn't right. Don't have a lot of squares for the queen. I can try this one. So this square, this square, this square. Those are really the... Well, I guess I could try this too. This does attack the the pawn. This attacks the pawn, might be a little better. Yeah, then I can take and attack the bishop this way. All right, let's do that one. I mean, he could even consider like rook e5. He could do that. No, maybe not. No, he can't. All right, I think this is finally a threat. I'm kind of mad at myself for using so much time though. Because, like, let's say I get my wish and I win material back 25 minutes to 3 minutes. There is increment though. I mean, so let's pretend it was my turn. Bishop a6. He can't take the pawn. He can't go here. The bishop guards. He pretty much has to go queen takes rook. I think that's the only move. I mean, that wins the material back. It does, so. Unless he has some other crazy move I'm not seeing. Yeah, he could play this. But then I get a bishop or a queen. No, he would have to take the rook, then take the bishop. Oh, that's not so good for me. Yeah, if I go here, he takes the rook first. And after I take back, then he takes here. That's not enough material for me. It's really not. Let's take the knight. If I take there, I'm attacking the bishop. He could go here. I take here. Oh, he has check. Takes, takes, takes. If bishop a6, queen takes rook, check. I guess I could hope he messes up the tactic. Not very likely. Not very likely. Okay. Bishop a6. If bishop takes, I'm thrilled, but yeah, I'm going to try it. This is just a Hail Mary. It's not a real chess move, but I'm expecting queen takes rook. I'm so down on clock, though, that so if knight takes, rook takes queen. If bishop takes, rook takes queen. So yeah, I think queen takes rook check. Has to be best here. Then the question is, do I take with a queen or with a king? He won't have a queen or a dark square bishop, so I actually think taking with the king is probably fine. Just get closer to the center of the board. Also, my king can guard this square against any rook invasions on the 7th. So I'm going to take with a king, keep my queen active. People are watching. I'm a little embarrassed. Definitely. But it's been a real challenge learning all this knight c6 stuff. My opponents tend to be, I tend to play stronger opponents than me. And they've probably been playing the opening for years or decades even. So it's like this having, well, I guess 4 months of experience now has not been enough. There's too much danger in the positions that I'm still not navigating well. So this will be another hard lesson for me, this game. But a lesson nonetheless. I always say that if you you never lose if you learn, because then you grow stronger. And that's my real goal, is to improve. So I'm going to take some losses, you know, but learn from them, I hope. I'm going to make a list of all the knight c6 games where I got killed in the opening, and maybe I'll do a video on all of them together, or even a blog post, just to share my hard lessons with people. But also so that I solidify them in my head. Oh, good. I was afraid I forgot to record this, in which case I'd be babbling to myself. Yeah, I wonder if he's going to come up with something else, but this seems like the objective best move. Queen takes, king takes, bishop takes. He gets a bishop and a rook for the queen. It's only 1 point of material, and he's currently +4. So that should be totally fine. What's the position like after that? Well, let's see. He'll have his bishop here. My king's here. His knight's here. He could even take here first. Although I don't recommend it. I would take with a pawn. Actually, it's probably good because trading off pieces when you're ahead material is also a good strategy, so it probably doesn't matter that my pawns get fixed. Yeah, queen takes rook. Okay, is there anything else he could do? He could play, he could try this move, I guess. That would be interesting. I think I would just take the queen. Rook takes queen, knight takes queen, but then I take the knight. Oh, then he still wins the bishop. But after knight takes queen, maybe I have bishop takes. Oh, and then the knight takes. Okay, that actually looks interesting for him. So that's a move. Knight b3. So maybe I just move the queen. Maybe I just take here. Then he has other things like this. If he tried that first, though, then I would probably take his rook, check. And after he takes back, then take the queen here. I'm not sure about this tactics. I feel like he probably has an intermezzo in there again. Wow, I did not expect that move. I totally missed that one. Can't I just take the bishop, though? What's wrong with that? That one's material. Bishop takes. Rook takes. Queen is guarding here. I'm going to do this. I don't have time. But my queen's guarding f8. So suddenly I'm actually kind of back in it. Oh, man. This is what I didn't want, to not have any time. Okay, so he took. I actually could play this. Text the rook. No, I can't. It undefends the rook. Okay, let's take. Now I have to be mindful of this. If I take queen e8 check, king g7, I have to be aware of checks here. I can still take the pawn. Takes, takes, queen takes pawn. It's probably my next idea. What about this ending? It's rook versus bishop. So like, rook takes, queen takes, queen takes, king takes. And then he's got a rook versus my bishop, but I've got an extra pawn. I feel like that has to be losing for me. Just, I don't know how I'm gonna stop his. Yeah, he's going for the ending. I think this wins for him. Oh, I didn't expect that. I missed that one. Okay, now what? These are the kind of positions that I have a hard time figuring out what to do. My bishop's hanging. That seems dangerous. My queen is badly placed. Like this, if I allow a check here, it wins my bishop. I think I might go here and play. I don't know though. Okay, I'm gonna go here. There's no check here. The pawn's there. That also would win the bishop. Gotta get this guy safe. He's a problem. Maybe just here. I'd love to pile up on the g2 pawn, but I think, he could just play g3. All right. Okay. I feel like I should play h5. Like if the queen gets to this diagonal, although I should just occupy that diagonal probably. And then I can allow the check. I'm guarding this pawn though. I don't have any time. All right, I'm just gonna do that real quick. I don't have any time. Like if I try something aggressive, I'm worried about check. Maybe here. Oh, there is no queen here. If I played that, he actually could do that, I think. All right. Rook here, probably. Uh-oh. I don't know, though. Check, queen check. My king gets out, but he's running, scared. I don't really want to trade. Okay, I cannot allow the queen to infiltrate there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not very good at this type of ending, especially with no time. So he's probably going to try to take my pawn. I've got two loose pawns, actually. But the bishop can guard this one. I'm attacking this. I just might take it. I don't know. Let's see. How can he hurt me? He really... Oh, he wants a diagonal. Okay. I gotta guard these. And this. Okay, I need to play here next. Bishop. I think my biggest hope is like if he moves his rook away, maybe I can get like a perpetual going. Like check, here, check. I don't know though. No, him getting this diagonal is real bad news for me because now if the rook gets here, which is a dark square. Oh, he moved his rook. I was worried about that mating pattern. Okay. Man, I'd love to play bishop check right now. That'd be awesome. Can't though. What about this move's tricky. But then rook here, followed by mate. So I'm not sure I'll really do this. Well, it threatens mate. Maybe I can do that. F5, this is fine. No, it's not. Well, first of all, I'd take the rook, but, okay. Check the pawn. Takes, takes, takes. I don't think there's any perpetuals that will help me there. Where's the rook gonna go? He could come back and defend. That should be just fine for him. Defends the pawn too. This is a plan for him, and this is a plan for me. So if queen back, wow, did that. Okay, well, now I have checks, right? If king here, bishop takes, pawn takes. If I could just get a perpetual, it'd be so great. Bishop takes, pawn takes. Check. Check, 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 check. I think it's a perpetual. So he does that. Okay, but now I check him here. And if he goes here, I check. Oh my god, if I get a draw out of this, I'll be ecstatic. My god, isn't this mate? Oh my god, I feel bad for him. He did play really well, especially in the opening. Just, somehow I pulled that out. Wow, guys. That was a swindle. That's called a good old-fashioned swindle. I did not deserve to win that game. But I think he had to take the draw, at this point. I think moving the rook away was bad. He should have kept the rook on the d file and just kept his king on this diagonal. I mean, there's nothing I could do. I mean, I was just going to get mated. But once I was able to get active, then, well. Okay, well, I'm going to end the video. Thanks for watching if you did. I'm doing an analysis on all my Twitter classical games, so you can expect that in the future. And we'll do a detailed study on where I went wrong in the opening and how to avoid that in the future, as well as middle game plans and what my opponent's critical mistake was, um, which I think was moving the rook away, but we'll find out in the analysis. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back with more chess. Bye.